What? Welcome back to another edition of Trade Triumph by way of What's the Play Productions. I am Christian here with JB, Nate, and Busy. And we are back with our annual draft episode where we all draft the rookies of the NBA draft and we form our own teams. We check back in a year later, see who drafted the best rookie team solely for this season. So we take risk. Every year we've had someone who we've drafted get hurt in summer league or hurt during warm-up and workouts. We can't do anything about it. Last year we drafted 6 people, so you're able to have a little bit of leeway. But we're drafting the day after the first round and the day of the second round NBA draft. And whatever happens between now and this point next year, that is who is on your team, and the results will be viewed. So if you don't know how this works, we have one person who has the first pick. That will be Nathan, and second pick, third pick, fourth pick, and then we will snake the order, means flip it and reverse it, and so on and so forth until we have a full roster of how many people are we doing? 6? 6 people on the roster, and then we'll check back in next year. Who won the rookie draft last year, Brian?
So, well, we don't have to drum roll it. For the second year in a row, Christian took home the W. So we'll see. We'll see if somebody can reclaim the title.
Who won the first year?
So I won the first year, and then other 2 years.
I thought it was me.
You probably came in second, bro. It's all right, though. I'm going to do the same thing this year. The year before was kind of cheating because I had Vic.
Yeah, Vic. Yeah.
But then last year I put on a clinic. So I hope to do the same thing this year. I made some surprising picks last year. Took Khalil Ware a little early. But Nate respected it. Whenever I made a pick and Nate was like, I knew I made a good pick. So I'm hoping I get those same reactions.
Yeah, because you took Jared.
I knew he won once he got Jared. I said that's gonna be the rookie of the year. There's no doubt in my mouth.
Yeah.
I think I called it on the episode too. I said that's gonna be the rookie of the year. Damn.
You know ball, but so do I. So let's just see who knows it more again for the third straight year. All right. I think JB is in control of the selection screen. All the prospects are listed. We only have the top 40, but if somebody wants to go so far off the board, of course, we can just type in a name. The draft is still ongoing, so we may not know the teams of everybody who is being picked, but for the 4 of us, 6 picks each, we probably won't go too far down in the people who may have not been picked yet. But, yeah, let's get started. First pick, Nate, you got it. Oh man, come on, man, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Coop, man. I thought honestly though, it's the most obvious pick here at this spot. I'm not even gonna get into it, but yeah, Cooper Flag.
Right, big Coop. That means I'm on the board, and then going for year 3 in a row, I've learned that for one single year, you don't always need to draft the best individual player long term. And so someone, for me personally, who is my second best player in the class, I'm not drafting here at 2 because while I think he will have plenty of opportunity where he is, I believe that there is more opportunity on other teams for other rookies. And so for me, I'm going to go with my third best prospect in the draft at the number 2 pick. To hopefully, at worst, I'm hoping he is second in Rookie of the Year race. Let me get the scoring machine, the best shooter in the draft, Trey Johnson at 2.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I was planning on getting Trey Johnson. Good pick.
I don't know why I always get these reactions like I do the norm. I don't take the normal prospects. I just don't.
That's
what I thought you were going to do. You got 3 or 4.
No. He's a surefire number 2. But if Nate, this is how I'm viewing it. I'm viewing it as Rookie of the Year rankings potential. So for me, I think Trey Johnson is more likely to win Rookie of the Year than Dylan Harper. That's just me though. I could be wrong. I would say Dylan Harper is third. So JV, you should take Dylan Harper. But I think Trey Johnson is second. I think he has more likelihood to take the top spot from Coop than Dylan Harper does. That's just me. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I haven't been wrong the last 2 years.
Yeah. Good pick. Like I said, I definitely agree with your thought process. I'm looking at someone who has a wide open lane to probably getting 15 a night, possibly, especially after trading Jordan Poole. But as you're right, what I'm saying, the second best prospect in this draft is Dylan Harper. Pretty much that's the consensus. I'm gonna play it safe. I know it's a point guard, a smorgasbord over there, but I'm still rock with Dylan Harper. Hopefully something shakes my way. That's gonna be my pick.
JB, let me ask you: if you would have got 2, who would you have taken?
Uh It'd been tough. I probably would have ended up. I probably would have did what you did. Honestly, I probably would have did a trade. I was happy I got 3.
That's what I wanted. I wanted 3, so I didn't have to make the decision. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I like your pick.
Now we on busy.
All right, so with
Beat
pick
out.
4, we'll go ahead and take the. Is it crazy to call him a pariah? But the guy, the questionable guy in the draft, I guess you would say. Ace Bailey would be my 4th pick, and then to start the second round, this may be a little bit of a reach, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Man.
Damn! God dang it, Brian. God dang it.
I'm cool with that. Cool with that.
Cool with that too. Wow.
That's just,
I'm cool
that's
with
what's
that.
up.
I'm cool with that. That means I get okay. All right. Cool.
There's no way.
Dang,
There's
I don't
no way.
like
If
that that
CT
happened.
gets him,
I don't like that
if
that happened.
CT gets one thing, I'm actually about to lose my mind.
Chill. But I think Nate's gonna get somebody good too. I don't like that. Don't like that Nate's about to get somebody good. JB, it's on you, I think.
Yeah, I know. Oh man.
I got my pick after this too. Oh man. I can really
This
cook. I
spot.
can really cook. Woo.
JB, don't think too hard about this. Just
Nah. Oh, okay, sure. Type shit. I'm gonna go. Dairy Queen. I'm going DQ. I'm going Dairy Queen on him.
I didn't expect him to do that. To
I
be
like the
honest.
pick, but it's like there's one guy. Okay, yeah.
I didn't expect him to do that, and I don't like the way the board is falling now because I feel like my 3rd pick is not going to be there when I want him. But for now, I gotta take. I don't know. I feel like this fills out my team though, because I don't
Fuck.
want. I don't want
Fuck.
VJ. I don't want VJ next to Trey, and I
Fuck.
know
I already
that
know where he's
Khan is
going.
gonna play 25 to 30 minutes a night, catch and shoot. Give me Khan Knipple. I love them reactions from Nate. I had to. That's a.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh.
I
Just
didn't
for
want the.
context.
I didn't want the VJ. I didn't want that VJ pack, honestly.
Oh, that's so good. For context, I'm on big board. I had Con at 5. Damn.
Oh yeah, you don't want to look. My big board, I got Trey 3, Con 6. I can't say too much more because I don't want y'all to be all in my draft business. Yeah.
Man.
And who's it on? Oh, it's on Nate now. Oh, let me get my water.
Yeah. This changes things. I think, you know what, since I'm going back to back, I'm gonna gamble. Not gamble. I mean, I think this next player I'm about to pick, he was number 4 on my big board. For context, my big board is a combination of actually my big board is mostly driven by best available player. Um, plus mixed with uh quote unquote best available player plus the potential as well.
Mhm.
I think where he was picked, he got great value from the team that picked him. So gonna add him ranked at number 4. But I don't love the landing spot for him. I want to take a swing here, but again, I'm banking on the talent, and he's the big. To me, I also said this before for our draft preview episode when we did mock the first round. If the questionable things that aren't too much of a question, if they click, my goodness, he's going to be a dog in this league. I think you can walk away and be like, wow. Not only was he clearly the best point guard prospect.
I think that.
Well, that's not D Harp. But I'm gonna take Jeremiah Fears right here.
I hope DeJounte comes back early. I hope DeJounte comes back nice and healthy.
I'm gonna take
and I hope Poole is averaging 22 a game. And yeah.
Yeah.
Because if DeJounte isn't back by November, I don't think he's getting the job back. But dang, it's on you.
I'm telling you, man. The paint, he's walking into the league. He's a certified paint touch as a point guard. The biggest thing for him is just can he become a better decision maker, make better split quick time decisions? But you got to remember he was doing this as a true freshman at Oklahoma, so I like it. And the cats, you know what I mean?
I do like the pick.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, you don't think it's the optimal team for him. I would agree. I think we've seen recent
Yeah.
history, how they treated Kyra Lewis Jr. And I don't see. I can see this.
Tyler Lewis Jr. is not the athlete that Jeremiah Fears is. In terms of like the North to South, he's not the athlete. Like that's why I think like
Really?
no, I don't think so. I think Jeremiah Fears is a better athlete. In terms of
Okay.
just like North to South movement, like the thing for him is like I'm not worried about his like what he showed in college in terms of like getting to the cup. That's there. The question for him is like just become a better finisher, take care of the ball, and then if he can become a consistent like it's just like it's stuff like that where I feel like it's not out of like it's not like Igor Denham where like actually no let me take that back. It's not like I guess the thing with like a guy like Igor for example is like the 20% shooting kind of makes you like scratch your eyebrow because like it wasn't like he was like a sparing shooter at BYU. He was putting them up and he was clanking. You know what I mean? I think for Jeremiah, where it's like you look at the volume, it's like healthier. Whereas I think like in the like hopefully in the league, given the reps you'll get coming in with Murray being injured and um, Jordan Plus showed he can play off ball. I tend to think that just like again, not to I don't love the landing spot, but I just think you look at like the intangibles and you look at like what he comes into the league with. It's like, if he can just figure the other stuff out and we do a redraft in 5 years from now, he may be number 2 off the board. That's how I feel.
Gotta consider
Yeah.
that. This is serious. I had to pull out my notes. This is.
I hear you. I got my draft for it, so I guess now it's my turn for the next one.
Wait, no, let me not show too much, but I gotta take notes because I gotta keep track of what I need to do. It's your pick again.
Yeah, I know.
It's about to determine my whole draft. If you do something crazy, if he's here, I got you. If he's here.
Who did Nate pick?
So I'm gonna take VJ. Nate picked Nick Clifford. I'm going with VJ. I went off my.
I'm big on Nick though. I'm really big on.
I didn't think he was gonna be here, but I'm gonna go with VJ. I don't like going off my board. If I lose, that's why I lost. Hey, JB, were you gonna take him?
Yes.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Yes, I was. No hesitation. I was surprised Nate didn't pick him. So it's on me. It's on Brian.
Actually, you want to know where I have VJ on my big board?
Let's see if he's lower on yours or mine.
I have him number 11.
He's 9 on mine.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So look, I got him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick 10. I like that value for me.
Something for me when I look at players who have international experience, to me that definitely moves the needle a bit. Just being as pros already, I see that as a plus. So I'm very excited to see what VJ does this year. I wish he was on my team. I do like what having Christian stacking his lineup right now, but now it's time for me to try to compete a little bit. Now that my third overall pick is gone. We've had many discussions about Igor, so I will be skipping him. Nate has he's given his reasons as to why he's not maybe the best selection for me right now. Now I'm stuck because at this point, a lot of forwards to me, again, I'm not as knowledgeable about college ball as y'all are, but the forwards start to blend in a little bit in terms of skill set at this level. At this point in the draft. So I think I'm going to go a little bit more with fit. So I'm going to pick Noah. I'm going with Noah at this pick.
No.
Oh my god.
That's a good pick. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's a good pick.
Y'all actually just bless Brian. There's no way. I'm not even gonna say no, but go ahead, Brian.
All right, so for one pick, I'm gonna do Coward for sure because I feel like he's gonna play later. So he'll be.
You're gonna do who?
Be my 2.
You think he's playing immediately, Brian?
You said what?
You think he's getting PT?
Yeah, who's gonna play? What other guards do they have right now besides Ja?
One time.
What other guards do the Grizzlies have besides Ja?
other guards that the Grizzlies have. Scottie Pippen, Vince Williams, John Moran, of course. They still have Cole Anthony. They have KCP still.
I forgot about KCP.
John Concar still there. Luke Kennard still there that I know of.
Who's their starting three?
Well, Kennard's a free agent.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I wasn't sure. Gigi Jackson's still there and Jalen Wells is still there, so they can decide between those two.
Jalen Wells. But is Jalen Wells healthy?
I don't know yet, but they still have Gigi who coming back.
I think Jalen Wells definitely plays over him. But I think if Jalen Wells isn't healthy, I think Coward would have an opportunity to start if Wells isn't healthy at the start of the season. Yeah.
Why is that?
The shooting that he offers, day one. I mean, you know what Gigi provides. I just think the spacing that Coward offers. It's not that he's a better player. I just like the shooting he offers. But all those wings, KCP, Coward, Jalen Wells, they all come back. But NBA, you could run 3 wings at the same time as well. Jalen Wells at 6'8" gives you that ability to push him up to the 4 if you have to, but not in the starting lineup necessarily because Jaren Jackson doesn't rebound. But for stretches in the games, you can have Jalen Wells at the 4, Gigi Jackson at the 4. So I think Coward should play like 15, 20 minutes a night, especially considering they moved up to get him and they gave up a decent amount to get there. And this is not really a team that I feel like is trying to not compete. I think they're aware enough to know that they're not one of the best teams in the league, but I think they're probably on their last year or two of the John Moran experience, so they may just be giving it their best shot. You move up. I don't think their move up signals rebuild. I think it signals that they think this is a player that can help them win now.
That's similar to Zaidi, I guess.
In a way, yeah. I think Edie was more so out of need because the board fell the way it did and they needed a center so bad.
Right. Someone could play right now, step into that role. But Brian, you got back-to-back picks, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm thinking between 2 people, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Nate's favorite passer in the draft. Even though he'll be competing with 2 other guys at his position, and Igor.
Who'd you say?
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, nice.
That's a good pick, Brian. I'm gonna argue your case for you, Brian, because I was about to pick him with my next pick. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm only doing it because this is for 1 year and this is based off opportunity. The Nets were gonna play him, so unless he was just god awful, because they don't have a starting point guard right now.
Yeah,
isn't D'Lo a free agent?
Yes.
So he was gonna play. Now, if he was just awful and he gets pushed down the rotation, but I think hoping on the hope that he can run an NBA offense and put together 6 to 7 assists a game, hopefully 8 points a game. I think that's good for a 4th-round pick. 8 points, 6 assists. I think he'll play.
He's a 6'8" point guard that shoots 47 true shooting from the field. He stinks. You cannot be
not good, but he will play.
He's going to get time.
He will play. The opportunity for him to play. He will get the minutes, and that's what matters in this draft. So that's it, Brian. That is a good pick.
It was between him and another guy.
Now, I'm not saying that when he plays that he's going to play well.
Yeah,
I would have picked him solely for the stats that I feel like he can accumulate because I feel like he can get 8, 6, and 4 in whatever minutes that he plays as a point guard for them.
Yeah. We'll see.
What's the shooting percentage and what the turnovers?
Counting stats.
Not too much.
Those are stats. Are they not?
Stats. Hey, in the 4th round, I'll take the negative as long as the positive stats can still propel what we're looking at here.
Gotcha. All right. Well, JB, you're on the clock.
Oh, JB. Oh, shoot. Dang. Okay. Oh, man.
I love the way the board is falling for me, too. I love the way the board is falling.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. So, no, I love the way the board's falling for me,
You're talking too much.
I'm scared.
I'm going with Aspirus.
Oh, my God.
Talk. That's a good pick. I was eyeing him.
You weren't getting him, Nate. Nate, you weren't getting him. You were
I
not.
didn't think you were. I honestly think you were looking at it.
Nate, he's right here on the paper. He's right here. I can't show the whole board, but he's right
Oh, let
Wait,
me
here.
see
show it
what
again. I
time
didn't
is
see
it?
it. I didn't see it.
No, I'm not
I
showing
didn't
you.
see
Yeah.
it.
Let me cross out the rest. I would literally show you. It says KJ right there. It says KJ. BJ right there. Yeah,
YBD
I'm not gonna
though?
lie to you. That was my pick.
Last
That's a
letter.
good pick, JB.
Oh, I seen Walter on your list too.
Yeah, this might be the pick right here. I'm not bashful. I don't have any reason to be bashful, but now I got a decision to make. Because for the lineup purposes, it looks like I need a big and a guard. I could simply just bump up the people I have currently and but then I would need 2 bigs, and I'm not loving the idea of having to draft.
Wait,
2.
we're doing this by position.
We don't
I'm
have
not.
to.
I mean,
I'm not.
I was about to say it.
I'm definitely.
I'm drafting 6 people, and how the lineup looks is how the lineup looks. Because
Right.
right now, I would say VJ would be my point guard until I determine what I'm about to do with this pick, and he's not a point guard. For me, this is a little rough. It's a little rough, I must admit. Nate said he's seen Walter Clayton, and he was on there as consideration for the 6-man slot.
He's gonna be gone before that.
So hold on, let me check. I gotta stick to my board. I can't stick to my board because I don't love the opportunity that this player has. I can't stick to this board because I don't think he's gonna put up stats. I know he will play though, but he's not gonna put up stats. How badly do I need a big? Not that bad because he's not gonna play. You know what? Oh man, this is bad. This draft has really turned over very badly for me. I'm gonna go with Walter Clayton, and we're just gonna hope that Utah needs to play him, and I'm hoping he gets 12 to 15 minutes a game.
That was the other guy I was
pick, man. I was
considering
hoping
earlier when I was making my pick.
I just don't think he's gonna play as much as I want him to.
Even if Sexton gets moved?
You know, when
I think Collier is their point guard, and unless Clayton comes in and looks like Demon, I don't know if he's necessarily gonna come in and take that many minutes, but I can just hope. Just hope. I don't love the minutes that everybody above him is gonna get, honestly. That's just me though. Nate, it's on you.
Well, I can't. Is this for real? Y'all actually are y'all serious? Like,
I guess we know who his next
just to
pick
give
is.
y'all like some context. Just to give you some context, like, Colin Murray Boyles will be in that second unit. You know what I mean? Like, Scotty's starting, Ingram is starting, Baird is starting. What competition at the 4 spot is he facing in the off the bench?
Mobo.
Jonathan Mo. Yeah, I know you're gonna say it, and yeah, no, it's not. He's bumped ahead of him. Just like, what? I know also like ultimately comes down to numbers, but like he just like will, despite numbers, he will just be like the better player than a lot of the guys y'all just picked before him. In year one,
definitely will be better. Just want to know what the stats look like.
That's it.
Is that what I'm saying? Like, okay, if we judge this at the end, and it's like, let's just say like I'm not, let's say like Toronto makes the playoffs. Let's say his points may not be as high as like a Walter Clayton, right? But if he averages like 8 and 4 and it's like actually playing meaningful basketball, who are we going to say is a better player?
8 and 4 in the 4th round is a good pick. Just go ahead and take him.
No, I'm just asking the question.
But
yeah, give me Colin Murray Boyles. Like this is to me this is such a surefire pick. At 8. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at. I mean, he's not gonna be there anymore, but I was looking at a certain somebody. At the center's position, which I'm not gonna say because he's gonna be gone. Like he's the best pick available. But yeah, that's back to me. I'm
not picking who you're thinking about.
I'll move people up if you want to.
You're not picking on me. Oh. I already know who I was going to. I'm surprised he's still again, but I'm super high on him. Give me Jace Richardson. I'm super high on him.
Okay.
I was hoping he slid to the, but All right. Back to me. All right. This is not not loving my options. Um, and so to play it smart, once again, I've been talking about people who have opportunity all day, and so the counting stats may not. I may not project the counting stats to be what I would like them to be, but you never know. This is a lottery pick, and just may not have he just may get more opportunity and a different type of touches in the NBA than he got in college. And I think he will play in the NBA because it's not that they're short on wings, but I feel like the Spurs are looking for consistent shooters, consistent defenders to put next to Wemby, De'Aaron, Dylan, and so I think he'll get the minutes in order to put up some stats for this type of situation. So I'm gonna go with Carter Bryant. I feel like he fell this far because he is raw scorer. You're just really hoping for the 3-and-D upside, and so just similar to Colin Murray Boyles, he's another guy who will play. The stats just may not be as enticing as we would have liked to see. But I'm gonna take Carter Bryant. You could put him as 6-man, whoever's on the thing. Actually, you can leave it how it is because I may want him to look like a starter. All right, who is it now? Oh, JB.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Man.
Wait.
You got a lot of centers left. It's looking rough. I think I'm watching.
You already got Derek Queen though.
I'm not drafting on position, gangster.
Oh, you said a bunch of centers left. I don't know.
Yeah. Christian, as he said all day, focus on his focus is, it's counter stats, who can get the most opportunity. And one thing I've taken into account is previous history. And I think the Nets have done a good job of developing their bigs. So I'm stuck between Drake Powell and Danny Wolf. Oh, wait, my fault. He's a point guard. My fault. Oops. Well, damn. I guess you're going with Danny Wolf then. Danny, wait. Not yet busy. I'm seeing something. You put KP in Atlanta. I don't know. Some niggas gonna make this PT off that. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Danny Wolf. That's what I'm rocking with.
I'm sick.
I think that's not
I'm sick. I'm sick.
There's wow. There's like what?
He's not performing.
It's not about talent, Nate. It's not about talent, bro. It's just about opportunity.
That was my pick that I thought would land, but I didn't think Carter Bryant was going to be there at my next pick either. I was hoping Danny Wolf would slide to the 6th round.
He wouldn't have been there, gang.
Oh man, everything's just funny right now. Everything's just funny.
Oh man, no, let me check the.
All right, so I'm gonna fill up my lineup with my 5th round pick. He's a guy that was talked about a lot today. Me and Chris were both hoping that he would be picked at 32, but he ended up going to 31. So the first guy is going to be Rasheed Fleming. And then my second guy. With a thunderstorm in the background. Even though they have an abundance of guards, just because I'm not sure. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Will Riley. I'm gonna go with Will Riley as my 6th man.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that.
Who's it on now, JB? Oh, dang, Brian got a full team.
Dang. I didn't expect I was coming back to me that fast. Hold on. Ah, man. Okay. Well, my thought process here, I'm not afraid to share it. As Brian, he took Igor, and as Christian stated, the point guard for the Nets is pretty open right now. Something between Nolan Traore, is that right? And also Liam McNeely for the Hornets. Those are my two thoughts right now. Rasheer Fleming, I did think about at the previous spot, but the Suns got 5 centers on the roster, so we'll see if we can get some PT on that.
He's a 4.
But 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my fault. I have such Killing Hayes vibes off of this pick. I'm scared. Liam McNeely.
Brandon loves Killian.
Get you good stat.
I know, but I hate that nigga. Oh man. God dang. I'm gonna go against my better judgment. Montverde type shit. Liam McNeely, come on down, bruh. I'm gonna hate that. I know it's gonna backfire on me, but let's go with Liam McNeely. I know that's gonna backfire on me.
I like you had a tear in your eye making that pick.
I know that's gonna backfire on me.
Liam McNeely, come on down, bro.
Come on, bro.
Let me see, man. All right, so this is the benefit of taking your time and doing your full research. Because I was a bit up in arms when Danny Wolf went, but I did the research, checked the second round picks, and I seen that the Hornets drafted a center. If you don't know, the Hornets traded their starting center yesterday, Mark Williams. And they have some young centers on the roster, along with, I believe, Nurkic is still on the roster. If not, he's a free agent. But I do think this is a center who has an opportunity to step into a backup center role, 10 to 12 minutes a game, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm going to go with Ryan Kalkbrenner out of Creighton, who is now a Charlotte Hornet, to be my center for my starting lineup.
But when Clint Capella sounds with Hornets, how you gonna feel?
Like we said in the beginning of the episode, we're drafting the night after the draft, so you never really know what can happen between now and next year. Mm-hmm. But Clint Capella is definitely a Laker, though, so I'm not really concerned about Clint Capella.
I thought it was Nick Claxton.
Everybody's a Laker.
Yes.
Just avoid the Hornets. Every big, avoid the Hornets.
If they can.
Yeah. Nate, it's on you. Your last pick.
Final pick, man.
Round it out.
I mean, I want to do something crazy. Obviously, like for me, it was really. Hold on, I gotta look at the Magic depth chart because I know, like just to make sure about something, because this man just got picked in the second round, and I graded him as a top 20 first round talent. And I just want to make sure because let's see. The depth chart's there. I will say this about this player. I just want to talk about him real quick because he just got drafted 30. He just drafted 32nd overall. The Celtics, the Magic gave up four picks for him. That was Noah Penda, by the way. I really maybe we'll say this for another episode, but man, I was thinking about it. But again, since this is, I really think too, like, this is not it. I was gonna say, like, maybe I think a cool thing would be like revisit these teams, like maybe like the first 2 or 3 years afterwards, and then like do a comparison then. Because I look back on some of my teams, and it's like a lot of my players panned out for everything else. But
nice.
You might have to do that one of those years.
Not what I was drafting for.
Right, not for 2-3 years down the line, brother.
I was drafting for next year, buddy. Good try though.
What's the fun in that? No, but I mean,
if you want to, that'd be cool to see from what we did a few years ago. That'd be fun.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking.
No, I mean,
we could probably do that next year, since that'll be year 5. So we can look back on the first.
Let's do it. Let's do it for the 2023 draft.
Well, we can do it for every draft now. But anyways,
2023. I have Vic.
Let's see. In terms of my six man,
You did all that talking and ain't picked nobody yet.
This is why I
no,
didn't
because I mean,
do anything.
I was looking
That's
at
why we was
Thomas.
frozen. We was listening to you. Thought you was about to
I
make
was
a.
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Thomas is the best available pick here, but I think here, like, I could take a swing at like maybe someone who, like, get a bunch of minutes. Ooh, 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 ooh. Should I do it?
I hope everybody sees why the NBA draft takes so long. Because in the NBA draft, you only get 5 minutes per pick.
In the
Nate has been
second
talking
round.
for 7 minutes trying to come.
No, but if I was drafting for a team, I wouldn't be worried about year one, like who contributes the most,
No, yeah, bro.
right?
Bro,
Like obviously we sort.
bro, you are the last pick.
I'm gonna kill
This
you.
could make or break. This could make or break his win
I'm
this year,
gonna
though.
kill
There's
you.
no
You do whatever you want, bro.
all these names are fair game. Just make a decision. Take Yang Hassan.
There's no free agency.
Yeah, okay.
There can't be any
No.
regrets, bro. No one gonna steal them from you, bro.
I was gonna
Going on minute number
wait.
9.
Honestly, yeah. Like outside of Sorber, Ben is probably the highest rated prospect for me. No, he is. He is. Out of all, well, outside the second rounders, right? Like no, oh, Panda. Oh,
Going on 9 minutes.
man, shut up.
Man, shut up.
Tyrese is gonna be out for the year.
Will this episode be an hour?
Okay.
Give me Cam Jones. I think
There
that's
we
my
go.
Good
There
cut.
we go.
That might have.
There
That
he goes.
honestly might have just won you the draft. I was hoping nobody picked him.
Yeah.
Give it where he went. That's a good cook. That's a great cook.
Does that
Thank you,
conclude
Nate.
all the
I think he reminds me of like a Mario Chalmers or like a I want to say like Mario Chalmers, like he's a guy you can pin next to he's a small ball that he can add value, like in the off guard role. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. Maybe Deuce McBride is a good like current lead player for a comparison, I'd say. But yeah, I think with Tyrese out, he's gonna get some tick.
Definitely some
He's gonna
tick.
get some tick for sure.
He's gonna get some tick. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Let's review the teams as we have wrapped up our draft. Nate's roster currently looks like Jeremiah Fears at the 1, Jace Richardson at the 2, Nick Clifford at the 3, Cooper Flagg at the 4, the number 1 overall pick, Colin Murray Boyles at the 5, and Cam Jones off the bench as the 6th man. Let's go to JB's team. His starting point guard is Kasparis Yakashonis for the Miami Heat. He has Dylan Harper at the 2.
Why you didn't go second?
What you say?
Why you didn't go second? Why you skipped to my team?
I didn't want to make it about me.
I feel like you are though.
I'm not. Dylan Harper
Okay.
at the 2, Noah Essengay at the 3, Derek Queen at the 4, Danny Wolf at the 5, and Liam McNeely as the 6th man. Brian's team, starting off at point guard, Yegor Demon, Cedric Coward, Ace Bailey, Rasheer Fleming, Kaman Malawat, and Will Riley off the bench. And my team, starting point guard will be Walter Clayton Jr., VJ Edgecombe, Trey Johnson, Con Knipple, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Carter Bryant off the bench as the 6th man. So those are the teams as you see it. So we're going to go around. Everyone, as we always do, you have to say who you think has the best team, and it cannot be your own. Who wants to go first? Any volunteers? JB.
I need to analyze.
Okay, everybody analyze.
I'll say.
God.
So I'll say
go ahead.
I'll say Christian just because he was able to get Trey Johnson, who I think is going to get a lot of play right away. I think Con Knebel as well. Walter Clayton's going to get time for sure. I think his two big X factors are VJ and Con to me because I feel like depending on how much time they get, that could really be a serious cook. Kalkbrenner I like as well. That was a guy that I probably would have took if I didn't take the man. And then Carter Bryant, I'm sure he's going to try to find some time just because he's a 3-and-D guy. And San Antonio could be looking to move off a wing or two potentially around the deadline, depending on how they're doing. So I'll say Christian drafted the best team.
I'll go. I think my honest opinion, I think the best team other than my own, I think Nate probably drafted the best team other than my own, and it's probably my fault because I let Colin Murray Boyles fall to him. But I think Brian has a very good sleeper team, but I think his team is very reliant on Ace Bailey to have a very good rookie season. Now, if Ace Bailey has a very good rookie season, he may have counting stats that, especially on this Jazz team, that if he gets to 19, 20, 21 points a game, I think that could put Brian's team in contention with the other top teams. JB's team is solid too. I just don't like the situation Dylan. Not that I don't like. For year one, in stat purposes, I don't love the situation Dylan Harper has. So I do think that may limit his stats. I think his impact and the way he looks on the court, he'll still look like the number 2 overall pick. He just may not show up necessarily on the stat sheet the way we want to see because he could honestly be an 18 to 20 point per game rookie. But on the Spurs, I'm really seeing like 12 to 15. While still getting the starter minutes, you just got to share the ball with a lot of people. But I think Nate's team is well rounded, built around Cooper. But Cooper's another guy. He got to share the ball with a couple people, but he does have the ability. I think we talked about this in an earlier episode where Kyrie's out at the beginning of the year. So Cooper is able to be that true second option day one, and he'll have a lot of games where he's the first option because AD as the big is not necessarily able to always take the ball out of his hands. So I think Cooper will be able to build up a lot of his stats. And then you got the surrounding pieces that will be able to put up decent stats. I think his team is really reliant on Jeremiah Fears being the starting point guard for the entire season, though, because I think that a lot of the other pieces will be playing not limited minutes, but not as many minutes as some of the other people that were drafted. So if Fears is the starting point guard, I think the method to winning this is having 2 of your guys be starters for almost the entire season. I think almost every team has that, and I think Nate's team has the best combination, but Jeremiah Fears literally has to be that for the entire season. So projecting that Fears does that, I think Nate's team is the best one.
What's DeJounte's
I
expected
also think,
timeline?
like, speaking about,
Say it again.
I was saying, what's DeJounte's
Brian?
expected timeline?
I mean, he got hurt at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, so he should be making his way back around the start of the season. I'm sure that if he's not necessarily ready, or they probably won't force him to be ready day one. But also, I don't think him and Fears can play together. So I really do think Fears is really reliant on Murray not being there from the start of the season.
Okay.
And then Fears got to show up and show out.
Okay.
But again, Pelicans may have made that pick not for this year, but for next year, because I don't think they're trying to hold on to DeJounte much longer than this season. So we'll see the opportunity he gets. I mean, if he can take the opportunity himself, like if he makes it undeniable that he needs to be on the court, then they'll play him, I think.
yeah, I think that, I mean, at least one of these, at least for my team, at least, Cooper's a starter. I think when DeMar moves, Neek is going to be a starter. So I think that's imminent. I think I'm surprised, honestly, that DeMar wasn't traded on, like, drafted before. Wouldn't be surprised now if Miami's in play for him. For teams that were in on KD, for some of them, it was reported that DeMar would be the backup. Because the Kings are in a situation where they can't move Levine or Sabonis' contract. I don't think teams are willing to take on that much money and think, like, can this guy get us over the hump and become a championship team for Levine at least? And plus, I don't know if anyone wants to take that salary on, but for DeMar, it's a lot more easier contract to take. I think it's close to I don't know if he expires next year, but it's soon. But I imagine like Neek will be a starter in that case, Cooper will be a starter, and then for Fears, right? Like if that's the case, then so be it. But I think Jace Richardson is someone who's going to be like he can be a day one impact player for Orlando. Like I think there's still ways to go, but I think like he's good off the ball and on the ball scoring. I think the playmaking is a little bit underrated. So yeah, those 3 get it going. It's like and then you think about Cam, like he's gonna get time to shine because they have a hole in like missing their best player at the point guard spot. So I don't know if Cam will necessarily be like a surefire like contributor, but I think for like the last pick in the draft, it's worth the swing. But in terms of who has the best team besides myself, I mean, honestly, I thought at first the way Demarco was drafting, it might have been him. Um, he just lost me with his last 3 picks. But
Half the draft.
Right.
50% of the way there, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, is
Yeah,
it?
little
Yeah,
spooky. You know them niggas for
it's
real.
Christian. It's Christian. I think Brian can be in the play, but like I think Cedric Howard is an overdraft, and especially with Will Riley, I think they're just some guys like he could have got higher on the board that like, despite situations, I think still would have put up better numbers than those two mentioned. But yeah, it's close. I'm thinking Brian for this, like if Malawak has like a great season and then Ace Bailey is like the 20-point scorer, it's gonna be, he may be in that conversation. We'll see. You know what I mean? But I think it's too hard. And then also like Fleming, you know what I mean? Like the thing for him is like his ceiling may not be that high, but if it's like his floor maybe like at least at his position maybe the highest, if not, one of the highest. Um, but you never know. Again, this is year one, so it's that plays into it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Brian's not too far off from like
I'm gonna be
that
honest.
conversation as well.
I want to change my answer.
Wait. Let me go.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Damn. Y'all let Nick talk for 8 minutes. Let me get my turn.
Hey,
Right, so.
17 in the last 30.
Nah, but for real, I'll be quick. First, I was thinking Brian. I think Brian has the most players that have the opportunity to start and play the most minutes with Igor, Ace Bailey, and Kaman. So honestly, between him and Nate, for me, I'm gonna go with Nate though. I think Nate's gonna have Rookie of the Year. It doesn't really matter what Cooper Flag does. He's already won it, in my opinion. That's unless injury, different injury, he's pretty much already won it. It's not gonna be fair. So given he already has Rookie of the Year, I think Nick Clifford as a 3-and-D wing, he may look good in advanced metrics, and those stat nerds may look towards that when it comes to Rookie of the Year voting or first team, second team, whatever voting. I do like that as well. I'm not confident in his backcourt. Of course, the Magic did just trade Cole Anthony, KCP, so Jace Richardson may have some more PT opportunities. I don't trust the New Orleans front office when it comes to grooming their young point guards or whatever, but I don't like the word grooming either. But we'll see how they do with Jeremiah Fears. You spoke on Colin Murray Boyles. I just don't trust Masai Ujiri no more when it comes to drafting long limb niggas. So we'll just see what happens with that. I pick Nate, so that's it.
I'm not going to change my vote. I do want to. I think I already gave Bryant credit, but looking at his team, I feel like if everything goes right, I think he'll have far and away best team, and that's honestly including myself. But I don't think everything's going to go right. All right, dude, I'm gonna ask you. I don't. It really comes down for me. It really comes down to Rasheer Fleming's playing time as a second-round pick. The Suns team is not good. But again, the Suns aren't good, so they may not utilize him the correct way. And if Jaeger Demon is in his early minutes, if he's not bad enough to get himself removed from the rotation completely, that will also determine his usage, his minutes, and his stats. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to ask all of you, Nate already did this. Is it sell us on your team, sell the viewers on your team. What do you like that you drafted about your players? Nate already went through his whole roster, so anybody want to start? I can start if you guys aren't ready.
You can go ahead.
Go ahead, take it away, bro.
Maybe you're ready.
All right, for my team, like I said earlier, one of the key things that I look for when drafting is trying to get people who could potentially be starters for the entire season. And I said at least 2, hopefully 3. For me, I feel like I have 2 to 3, and that's Trey Johnson, Con Knippel, and then VJ Edgecombe, 50-50 with him, depending on how Philly decides to run their rotation. But I do think he still will be getting starter minutes, splitting the minutes with Tyrese, Jared McCain, and whatever wings and guards they bring in for the remainder of the offseason. But I also value drafting players on bad teams with a lot of opportunities, and you heard me saying that a lot during the draft. Walter Clayton, Trey Johnson, Con Knippel, Ryan Kalkbrenner, all on awful teams. So 4 of my 6 players are on awful teams. So even if it's not early, they will all start getting heavy minutes once the team starts to be awful. I feel like Kalkbrenner has the ability to be the backup center. Con Knipple should be, if not the starting small forward day one, he should be in the rotation day one and working his way into the starting lineup. Trey Johnson, Wizards, CJ McCollum will be there. He could get moved eventually. So Trey Johnson, if not, he could start at 3 as well because he is 6'6" and has good length. And then Walter Clayton on the Jazz. I was saying Isaiah Collier is probably the starter, but if Walter Clayton comes in and is able to put the ball in the bucket, that's one thing that Isaiah Collier did not show that he is able to do last year consistently. And the Jazz may want to shift towards Clayton Jr. and Walter Clayton may be bringing more attention to the team because he was one of the biggest stars in college basketball last year. So they may value putting him on the floor. So for me, having bad teams, and having at least 2 people who are getting those starter minutes a night. And I think I built a team that is able to do that. Anybody want to go next?
I'd like to hear Busy next.
Okay. So for me, obviously Ace Bailey, I think that with the Jazz, as Christian kind of alluded to, I think that you have more guard depth than you do wing depth. I think that the wing competition isn't as strong, so he should be able to play a good amount right away. I'm gonna say my field goal percentage and 3-point my field goal percentage might be, as a team, might be affected by shot selection, but I think that they'll give him the leeway to grow throughout the season. So that's one. I think that Man's going to get a good amount of time to play, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. So as we've seen, the Suns could use a defensive 5. So I think he'll come in right away and produce on the defensive side while also being able to help in the rebounding standpoint. Rasheer, I think that's my big X factor. Because if he's able to play right away, I think that he'll be able to accumulate enough counting stats to make where I picked him valuable. Igor, like we said, he was picked 8th in the draft, so you would like to think that he's going to get a good amount of time right away with the ball in his hands. But he's still 6'9", so even if he doesn't work on ball, they may try him at the 2 just for this year. Unless, of course, like CT says, he just completely plays himself out of the rotation. Coward, I believe he may be able to carve out a role. He may not start right away. So we'll see. This may be like a Jordan Hawkins situation with the Pelicans, where he probably wouldn't have played right away, but since guys got hurt, he was able to come off the bench and play his rookie year. So that may be a pick where I may have overdrafted, as the guys talked about earlier. And then finally, Will Riley. Obviously, there's a lot of competition in Washington, but because we don't expect him to be good, he may have more opportunity to play right away, especially if like Smart, Middleton, and I can't remember the other veteran they got, but CJ. If they decide to start to rest those guys, I think Will might get enough playing time in the second half to be a factor as well. So.
Okay. I won't go ahead. I'll be quick with mine, so I was going to knock it out. I think Dylan Harper is my biggest sell. I feel he'll be on a team that will get the most attention out of, arguably. I don't know, arguably, but I'll definitely out of all the teams on my board. So I think them seeing Vic and him getting that, so I'm saying, I don't know if they're winning games, they will attribute some wins to Dylan Harper as well. I think they know that they have a logjam at a certain position. I think they're going to do something to address it or handle it appropriately. I'm never going to rule out trades happening. Of course, I'm always in favor of trading De'Aaron Fox. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 2 on the board still in terms of the rookie ladder at the end of the season. Derek Queen, New Orleans, nothing but injuries when it comes to that team. Yves Messi is doing a great job finishing up his rookie year, but I still think they need a backup center. I think he can fill that role pretty well. Even if Zion's out, he can play alongside Yves Messi as well. So hopefully he can bring some of that production he had in UMD over to NOLA. Just going from that point, I think Noah with the Bulls, currently he's playing, his team is in the German league right now, French league right now. and wanted to play, and they're deep in the playoffs. So he is NBA ready, I believe, in terms of most of the prospects I had left at that time. Defensive prospect as well, playing behind Nikola Vucevic, who may get moved this year as well. A point guard, Miami Heat, Casasparas. 6'6", big point guard. Miami don't really have that much playmaking. Tyler Hero's the starting point guard as of now. I think he has opportunities to kind of grow his game a little bit more. Luckily, his team a little bit more veteran, so he has people to pass to and they can make shots. So hopefully that bumps up his numbers as well. Now, when it comes to Danny Wolf and Liam McNeely, these are shots in the dark. Like I said previously, the Nets have done a good job of developing their bigs. Nick Claxton, Jared Allen, Brook Lopez, Mason Plumlee. Over and over again, they've drafted solid bigs and they tend to pan well for them. So, hoping this is another one. Please take us out.
All right. Everybody's spoken for their team. Everybody said who got a nice team as well. Viewers, bro, we'll be able to, I think we have graphics in the works. This video will be out soon. Be sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all appreciated the work we've done, and stay tuned for the next play.